I wonder if you've ever got yourself into trouble where you've kind of thought out loud and somebody has assumed that you meant it as a concrete plan and promise. We developed the Provisional Plan Promise tool to help those of us who think out loud, and actually what we're doing is we're floating ideas to see how people respond. So here's the three words which can save us a lot of time and a lot of unnecessary pain for those around us. Provisional simply means I'm thinking out loud. All ideas are good ideas. None of this is committed yet. Please join me in ideating and shaping the future. That's provisional. Plan means having done our work, this is our considered opinion and strategy of how we're going to move forward. Unless something disastrous happens or unforeseen, this is what we're actually going to implement and do. It's our plan. And then lastly, we have the concept of the promise. And this is one that leaders need to be very sparing as they use it, because a promise says, you can guarantee that this will happen. My personal integrity, who I am as a leader, is on the line because I promise this will happen. One example would be Isabel, my daughter, asked me, Daddy, are you coming to the Christmas concert? And I said, I am. It's in my diary. And she said, Dad, is it provisional, plan, or promise? And I said, it's a plan. And she kind of looked a little bit sad and said, well, why can't you promise? I said, well, it's in the diary. If nothing disastrous happens, I'll be there. But I consider a promise to be so important, I won't say anything as a promise that I can't guarantee. So do I love you? Will I always love you? I promise I will. Will I be at your Christmas concert? It's a plan. The good news was I actually managed to get there. So there you go. I encourage my team members to ask me this question when they're not sure. Steve, it sounds like you're incredibly certain about this, but is it provisional, plan, or promise? And them asking me the question gives me a chance to say, oh, I'm only being provisional, but what I'm doing is I'm pushing an idea to see how credible it is. So they've now understood that when I do it, it's not because it's the plan, and certainly not because I promised it, but we've all learned how to communicate more effectively with each other. Provisional, plan, and promise. Three words that will save you an awful lot of time, a lot of heartache, and disappointing members of your team.